Good morning, all of you. In this video, we are going to continue with our chapter number 6. As you know that from the previous two videos, we have covered most of the topics from this chapter number 6. We have covered introduction part. We have seen how we are going to apply formulas in MS Excel. We have also seen operators, right? In this class, we are going to start from statistical functions. Now, the chapter's name is Formulas in MS Excel. So, at a total in this chapter, we are going to revolve around these formulas. We are going to see how many statistical functions we are going to write down, by using what kind of what steps we need to follow to include formula in our MS Excel worksheet, right? So, all those things we are going to cover. For now, you please open page number 55. See, on page number 55 we are having a heading that is statistical functions, right? So in the previous two videos we have seen some of the rules for writing out the functions, right? We have seen that what are the valid functions, what are the valid expressions, and what are invalid expressions. Fine. Previously when we were about to find out the sum, then we were doing 10 plus 20. Okay, but now without using these operators, we are having some of the statistical functions which can perform the same task. Okay, so over here we are going to see the four statistical functions. Those are your sum, average, average means the mean value, maximum value from the given set of values, and the minimum amongst the given set of values. Okay, so now we are having, see, they have given simple fixed steps and they have taken only one function as an example. The function is of addition. If you want to add some numbers, then by using these statistical function, how you can perform this particular task, we are going to see in this section. So step number 1 is what? Select any empty cell to display the sum. Fine. So firstly you have to select the place where you want to print this calculated result. Right now in this example you are calculating the sum, you are adding numbers. That is why you have to select a cell where you want to place the total. Fine. Now step number 2 is what? Click on formula step from the ribbon. So from the ribbon, see, you already know that we are having ribbon at the very top. So fourth ribbon tab is your formula tab, and within this you have to click on insert functions. And the same thing has been said in your step number 3. Click on insert functions in functions library group. Okay, so these were the first 3 steps. Now step number 4 is what? As soon as you click on insert functions button, then you will be getting a dialog box. Okay, so from this dialog box you can see at the middle portion you are having different functions, right? Over here in this example we are adding numbers, so that is why we are going to go with this sum option, the first one. Fine. So see the step number 4 for now. Choose some function and click OK button in the dialog box. Fine. So click on this sum option and then afterwards click on this OK button. Right. Step number 5C. Type the range of cell to display the sum in the dialog box. Now what will happen? This dialog box will disappear and you will get a new dialog box like this one. Okay, and over here in these options you have to provide the range, that from which range till which range, means cell address. Okay, starting cell address and the ending cell address you have to notify over here. When done, you have to click on this OK button. Okay, now you see step number 6 says the same. Click on OK button. The output is displayed in the required cell. Okay, so you will be getting the output over here, the cell that you have selected for calculating the sum, right? So these are the total 6 steps that you can follow for finding out the sum using statistical functions, obviously. Okay, if you want to go for the average, then follow the same task. Just in the first dialog box, instead of sum, you click on average. Okay, the same thing goes with maximum value and the same thing will go with minimum value. Okay, the task will be the same, the steps will be the same. Now the next topic we are having is sorting data. Now firstly understand the meaning of this term sorting. It means you are arranging your data. Okay, likewise in mathematics you are arranging your numbers, right, either in ascending order or in descending order. The same way you have to go on with this data as well. So see the definition. Sorting is referred to arrangement of data in ascending or descending order. It doesn't matter which whatever rule you want to follow, you can go for it. Either you can go for ascending order or you can go for the descending order as well. Now to follow out these things, we are having simple 5 steps. So let us see what are those. Step number 1, firstly you see, select the cells where data is to be sorted. Okay, so firstly, the major thing for this kind of purpose, for carry out these tasks, is that you should have a well prepared data with you. Okay, then only you can sort this data. So firstly, what you have to do, you have to select the cells where data is to be sorted. Fine, select the cells with the help of your mouse. Now step number 2, click on data tab on ribbon. Now again on the ribbon you are having the 5th tab, that is of data tab. Click over there. Step number 3, click on sort from sort and filter group. Now again from the bottom you are having different grouping options now. So from there you have to click on this sort button. Okay, click over there. Then what will happen? Step number 4, select the required options. Now you will be having many more options shown to you. Let me see over here. See, when you will click on this option, this one, this sort button, whenever you will click on, then again you will be getting a dialog box like this. At the bottom you can see they have mentioned in your book. Okay, so over here you have to give the values over here. Sort on, you have to select the required option, that which cell you want to sort it out. Fine, either you want to sort it out in ascending order or you want to go with descending order. So all those things you have to mention over here. At the last, when you are done with all the tasks, just click on this OK button. Okay, and you are done with the sorting part. So these are the simple 5 steps which you can follow for sorting. Now the last topic from this chapter we are having is printing a worksheet, right? Printing, all of you know. Firstly, the prior thing you should know about printing is that what is the shortcut key for this thing. So what is the shortcut key? It is Control plus P. Okay, it is a shortcut key. Now for printing out a complete worksheet, what you have to do, we are having simple steps. So let us see step number 1 very quickly. Step number 1 is select the data required to be printed from the worksheet. Firstly you have to select the data, right? Whatever you want to get printed out, you have to select the data from your worksheet. Then step number 2, click office button and select print option. So office button is present at the very top left corner. Okay, so over there you have to click on office button. Then you will be getting many more options. A drop down will occur. Then from those you have to click on print option. Okay, now as soon as you will click on the print option, you will be getting a dialog box. Again one more dialog box will be there, page number 58 where you can see the dialog box. Okay, step number 3, see, click selection in the print what option. Now you are having this, see, the portion I'm mentioning you on the screen na, this one, print what, this section we are talking about. Now you have to click the selection from this one and you have to select number of copies, that how many copies you want, whether you want 2 copies or 10 copies. So you have to select it over there. Fine, then when you are done with all the tasks, just click on this OK button and your data will be printed out accordingly. Okay, so these were the steps which you have to follow for printing a worksheet. Now with this our chapter got completed. As every other chapter we are having the words to remember over here with us. 3 words to remember we are having. So you have to write down these 3 things in your copy as well. Okay, so firstly do all those 10 questions that that I told you in the previous video, the 10 questions regarding your operators and precedencies. Fine, then afterwards you write down these words to remember, 3 words to remember, and after completing these 2 things you have to move on to the exercise portion. Okay, so in the next video we will cover the exercise portion. Now what is your work? Your work is that to read out the chapter and to find out, to point out your doubts and write to me in the comment section below, or you can directly come into the live class and ask me your doubts. Fine, so the exercise we will cover on the next video. Now this is for this one. Thank you so much.